Hi guys, welcome to McKola TV. I'm Adam, and guess what? Manchester United transfer talk is back. Yes, we're back with more Manchester United transfer talk. Look, I considered not doing it yet until after the FA Cup final because Manchester United season is still ongoing. Our 2017-18 season is still ongoing. We've still got one game left in that cup final against Chelsea at Wembley. So Manchester United season is not over yet. But the sheer number of rumours and chat and all that stuff that has already happened and already started means that MUFC Transfer Talk has returned to youtube.com/Adam McKola a little bit earlier than expected. So welcome to Adam McKola TV. First things first, thank you very much to everybody that has subscribed to this channel. Whether you're a new subscriber or old subscriber, you're about to hit that subscribe button now. I appreciate every single one of you for subscribing. We've hit 50,000 before my target of the FA Cup final day. So thank you very much for that. And now onwards to the target of 100,000 by the end of this season. Before we get into the rumours that are circulating today, this show and the channel is sponsored by the OneFootball app this month. So make sure you download the app. The app is absolutely free on your Android and your Apple. You can get it on the link below in the description. Click that link, download the app. It's got transfer news, football news, rumours, stats, match stats. It gives you the goal updates as they go in, the team news updates as it happens, etc. It's an absolutely fantastic app, and I'll be using that to give you stats on some of the players that Manchester United have been linked with. So first things first, one of the players Manchester United have been linked with, and I'm absolutely delighted by this one, is Toby Alderweireld. Now, Toby Alderweireld hasn't been playing much for Tottenham this season. He had an injury. We all know about that, but he's also been involved with a contractual dispute with Tottenham. Now, I don't think this is going to be the first player that is going to have contractual disputes with Tottenham over the next couple of seasons and the next couple of transfer windows. We're going to see it from a lot of them. Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen, Hugo Lloris, all their best players are going to come to this point in their career where they're going to be demanding big money, and Spurs ain't going to want to give it, because we've seen with Spurs, they can't offer players trophies. They've not won any trophies at all. So for all the hoo-ha about how good Spurs are, they haven't won any trophies. And they also don't pay high wages, which is respectable. It's respectable to see them competing at that level and, you know, and kind of shopping on a budget. But when you've got players who are as talented as some of their players are, and they're not getting paid as much as other players at their level are, they are going to want to leave, especially if you're not winning the league. Now, the stats from the OneFootball app on Toby Alderweireld's season so far this season, in the Premier League this season, he played in only 14 of the 38 games, 86% pass accuracy. His duels, he's won 40, 0.6 fouls conceded per match. He wins 70%, 68.4% of his tackles he wins. 47% of his duels are won. 33% of those aerial duels he wins as well. He makes blocks. He makes interceptions. He's a fantastic centre-half. And at the age of 29, he could be perfect for what Manchester United need. I was already thinking of last season, Alderweireld will be great for Manchester United. What's going on with him at Spurs? We should be in for him. And there's been rumours now that we are in for him. Emanating from the London Evening Standard was where I read it first, and it continued with the other British papers picking up on it. Now, it may be an easy one to link with Manchester United because A, we know United need defenders. B, his contract's coming up to expiry. C, we know that he's not renewing his contract so far with Spurs, and he's going to be looking for a move. He's been out of favour with Pochettino. They've been playing Vertonghen and Davinson Sanchez. They've been linked with Delight as well. I think that's how you say it, from Ajax. And he would cost them around £50 million, this report says. And Alderweireld could be available for £40 million. He's failed to agree a new contract, as I said. And as I said as well, I think it could be the first of many at Spurs in the next few years. Pochettino's already talking about potentially leaving, and you never know. But Alderweireld, what he would offer to Manchester United, 29 years old, experienced, his quality. He knows the Premier League already as well. And I think he'd be coming to Manchester United at the perfect time in his career. He's exactly what we need. You look at the defenders that we've got at the moment. Eric Bailly, fantastic defender. We haven't seen him much recently, but he's very young as well. You look at Lindelof. We still haven't got to see the best of him, but very young as well. Smalling, Jones, you know, if they're reserves at Manchester United or backup, okay, fair enough. But we can't rely on them to be starting week in, week out. Alderweireld is someone that would come if he's over his injury worries and do just that. And I think at £40 million as well, I mean, you look at this chap, Delight's fantastically talented. He's got great talent, but he's going for 50 million. I know he's much younger, but you look at Alderweireld, the quality that he possesses, the kind of ready-made ability that he has. I would take him in a heartbeat at Manchester United. And I really do hope these rumours are true. At the moment, though, there's not much to say these rumours are true as of yet. There's not much at all. So we just need to wait and see if it continues to develop, if we get some more credible people reporting this news story. But at the moment, the reports are we're confident of signing Toby Alderweireld. And we know Jose Mourinho likes to get business wrapped up very early. That's why as well, I'm not surprised that these rumours have already started. We know Jose Mourinho has probably been working on his transfers for a while. We know that. And defence, midfield is somewhere where we need to strengthen now. I'll be talking a little bit more about our midfield area a little bit later on in this. But our defensive area is definitely somewhere where we need to improve on and rebuild and get better and get stronger. And Alderweireld coming in at centre-half would do that. We need a full-back as well. That's obvious. Of course, you could have the likes of Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Axel Tuanzebe coming in, maybe one or two of the players that we've got at the moment going out, but we need that proven quality, and Alderweireld would be just that. But let's hope there's some more further concrete information and concrete rumours coming out in relation to Alderweireld. Now I'm going to go to your comments for your thoughts on the rumours linking Manchester United with with Alderweireld. I mentioned Fred, I'll be speaking about him a little bit later. Now Alderweireld will be going to the World Cup, I believe, with Belgium. So if he's going to the World Cup with Belgium, then we need to get this done ASAP. We want to get our business done before the World Cup. And I used to always envy Chelsea. I used to always look at Chelsea when they had Mourinho and the way they just snap up 2, 3, 4 players before the transfer window had even really got started. And United have started to do their business a little bit more efficiently as well since he's come in. So let's hope that continues as well. Shoot Neutrality says, Adam might have sold me on Toby Alderweireld. Mate, he's one of the top 3 centre-halves in the Premier League when he's playing consistently week in, week out, I think. And I think it's only because of his contractual negotiations with Spurs that he hasn't been playing more often. I think if he signed a contract, he would have been in that Spurs team every single week again. And I think Pochettino has probably done what's best for Spurs. Probably not best for Toby Alderweireld with the World Cup and all that coming up. But he's done what's best for Spurs in terms of, you know, looking to the future, playing Sanchez alongside Vertonghen. A top defender and also a leader at the back, says Jamie Pearson. I'm worried about Toby's injuries, says Shoot Neutrality. Show Toby the money, says Joel Kellum. Apparently he's on about 70 grand a week at Spurs, which is absolutely ridiculous if it's the case. I know football is unfathomable to me that you could get paid 70 grand a week, but for footballers and quality footballers like that at that age to be only getting paid that in the Premier League is crazy, absolutely crazy. AS7 thinks Sandro will be done and announced after the FA Cup final. Class centre-half, just what we need, says Paul Meller. Gulam looks like a target as well, says Dylan Bride. 70,000 is really cheap, says Shoot. Yeah, if that's what we need to double that, you could even triple that. Toby is the best defender in the league when fit, says Anthony. I definitely think he's one of them, mate. I definitely think he is up there. Guys, can you get hitting that like button? We've got over 300 people watching this video. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe if you haven't already. And remember to download that One Football app. Like I said, we've got the stats and the news and the rumours and all that stuff coming from the One Football app. And it's an absolute free app which you can get on your Android or your Apples as well. And I'll be using it for the foreseeable future. But the sponsor in the channel as well for this month. But Toby Alderweireld linked with Manchester United. That's not the only name that has been linked with Manchester United today as well, because Duncan Castles, who has been famed for being a regular Mourinho mouthpiece. Now, this could be something which is all smoke and mirrors, as we've seen in the past, or it could be something that is actually true and it's well sourced. Now, this is coming and saying that Fred, the central midfielder who plays for Shakhtar Donetsk, has been offered a contract by Manchester United. He does have a release clause of 60 million euros, but he's hoping that his loyalty to Shakhtar Donetsk, it's funny that his loyalty is getting spoke about when he's potentially leaving, but his loyalty in rejecting transfers in past windows will be rewarded with a discounted release clause. And if he agrees a move somewhere, that they will agree to lower that £60 million release clause and sell him. Now, he's going to the World Cup with Brazil. So just like Toby Alderweireld, if we want to get our business done and wrapped up before the World Cup comes in and kicks into play, then we need to move very, very quickly. But Fred has been someone that has been linked with Manchester United as well. Now, Fred, central midfielder who plays more defensively, although he's prone to, the occasional attacking run and that kind of thing. He comes in at 25 years of age. So he's someone that's still ready to improve and all that stuff as well. And I think for £60 million or 60 million euros or whatever it was, I'd probably consider now. I don't really care about transfer fees too much, because as long as the money's not in the Glazers' pockets and it's been used to strengthen the team, I don't mind too much. But you'd think at 60 million, you could probably get someone is equally as good or if not better. But Fred, what do you guys think? Do you like this rumour? We've been linked with the likes of Milinkovic-Savic as well. Now, the rumours are if we sign a midfielder and Marouane Fellaini decides to leave, we will buy two. But at the moment, if he decides to stay, then we're going to sign one. So if we get Fred, that would mean we're not in for someone like Milinkovic-Savic. Now, Jen says Savic, Pogba, Fred would be flames. Savic looks to me to be a Pogba clone, says Shoot. Any news on Ander Herrera's contract situation, says Asma. Now, from the looks of things, Jose Mourinho has spoke about Herrera like he's staying. Now, I know we could have triggered his contract extension, and I hope we do, and get him signed up to a new contract as well. But there hasn't really been any chat about Herrera leaving, although that's something I have worried about too. But the talk is, if we keep Fellaini, we'll sign one central midfielder. And if we let Fellaini go, we'll get two central midfielders. So the question I ask you is, if this Fred rumour is true, coming from Duncan Castles, and we can get a knockdown on his 60 million release clause, we've offered him a contract, we can get it done before the World Cup. Is that a move that you would like to see happen? What do you guys think about that? Yes, and we did have the please just go past as well, as usual. Although it has been a while, as Upadia points out. When is Transfer Daily back? It's back on Full-Time Devils. Tomorrow's transfers today is back on Full-Time Devils after the FA Cup final. So we'll be back doing tomorrow's transfers today then. But in terms of me, if you want me to, I can do daily stuff for you guys every single morning, looking at the transfer headlines and all that stuff. I will of course be doing spontaneous transfer streams just like this one, but if you want me to do daily things, let me know. I can chuck a poll up on this after, but if you want me to do daily stuff, let me know in the comments below. But Fred has been linked with Manchester United by Duncan Castles, who's a regular mouthpiece of Jose Mourinho, although he has got things wrong in the past too, which is why I asked, could it be smoke and mirrors and a potential just a distracting everybody while we get another transfer sorted out. Let me know your thoughts on that. Thoughts on Twanzebe, Fosu Mensah, Pereira, Mitchell next season. Adam, says Craig. So, Twanzebe. My thoughts on Axel Twanzebe is I would like to see him return and be a part of this squad. But to do that, you'd have to see Smalling or Jones or someone like that leave. Now, I'm all for that, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, we're talking about potentially Alderweireld coming in, which I'm all for. I'm all for that. We need to strengthen at the back. But we're only going to see Twanzebe getting opportunities if someone goes. I'd like Smalling, Jones, one of those guys to go and free up a space. But with Jose Mourinho, I can't tell you if that's going to happen. As for Timothy Fosu-Mensah, I believe Fosu-Mensah should come and challenge Valencia for his space next season. I think he did well for Crystal Palace on loan. It would have been nice to see him get more starts and stuff like that, but he did well out there. It'd be nice to see him given an opportunity at Manchester United. Andreas Pereira, he's making all the sounds that he wants to come back, but it'd be interesting to see what Jose Mourinho does there. And as for Demi Mitchell, we've been linked with left backs. The sounds are that Luke Shaw is going to stay at Manchester United and he's preparing for next season at Manchester United. So you'd like to think if Luke Shaw's sticking around, Demi Mitchell may get opportunities, but it depends. If we've got Luke Shaw and a new left back, Ashley Young's used less often, which is the ideal choice, I think, and I think the manager would admit that as well. Then it would be hard to see Demi Mitchell getting opportunities, and we already know. Look, I think Jose Mourinho is better with younger defensive players, but I think he's already crying out for a ready-made left back. So I can see there being very little chances for Demi Mitchell, unfortunately. I think we should get Cedric from Southampton. He's a class right back, says Dion. He has been linked with Manchester United as well. Anthony says Shaw is gone 100%. I thought that too, and then I don't know. I seriously don't think so. I think Shaw could be here next season unless Jose Mourinho forces him out, which from the sounds from Jose Mourinho is he isn't forcing anybody out. Then I think Luke Shaw will be here next season. But like you say as well, I do worry that he will not get the opportunities at Manchester United and then be forced for a move. Can people see my comments? Yes, we can, Hanky07. We can see your comments. So we've just spent the last 20 minutes discussing the rumours surrounding Alderweireld of Tottenham. The 29-year-old centre-half has been linked with a £40 million move to Manchester United, as Spurs have seemingly targeted Mate Delight of Ajax for a £50 million fee. Now, if that was the case and United could get Alderweireld for £40 million, I think that would be an absolutely fantastic signing. The reason I think there could be some truth in this is the fact that his contract is ticking down. He's yet to agree a new contract with Tottenham. Pochettino hasn't played him because of that. We've seen Sanchez and Vertonghen become the main two at Spurs. And because of that, it's likely to see Alderweireld. He's only had 13 Premier League starts this season. And I know some of them have been because of injuries. He had a hamstring injury. But there's also clearly been issues with him and the manager. The manager's come out recently and said, look, the club needs to start paying these wages and needs to start, taking a little bit more risks. And I think those risks could come a little bit too late for Toby Alderweireld. And hopefully that's to the advantage of Manchester United. But I have no doubt that there will be other clubs in for Toby Alderweireld. So hopefully United can get a move done and wrapped up very quickly. Romelu Lukaku getting his ear. He's obviously going to the World Cup with Belgium. So we need to move fast on that one. But let's wait and see some more concrete information on the Toby Alderweireld story. And hopefully some more rumours from some more reliable people as well. As for Fred, he's been linked to Manchester United by Duncan Castles, a central midfielder from Shakhtar Donetsk. He has a €60 million release clause now. He is hoping, because he's snubbed a few moves in the past, Shakhtar Donetsk will reward that loyalty with a discounted release clause. Duncan Castles is saying United have offered a contract to him. He's going to the World Cup with Brazil. It's the same again as with Alderweireld. If we want to make this one happen, we have to move quickly. But for £60 million, I'm not too sure. Could there be some better options out there at that kind of price? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, guys, this video is sponsored by OneFootball, the absolute free. It's free. It's amazing football app. It's on your Android. It's on your Apple. You can download that, get your football news, your transfer rumours, your match stats, your football results, your latest scores, all that stuff with notifications of the news for your favourite teams. You can set a favourite club side, set a favourite international side. I've only set a club side because, you know, I don't really have any other team other than Manchester United, but you can set both and check out news from other teams as well. So go and check that out. Guys, you got 400 people watching. I'm going to answer your questions now for the remainder of this video. But remember to download that app. Click the link in the description below. One Football's made in Germany, says Hamad. I believe it is as well. Robert says, congrats on 50k. Thank you very much, Robert. Thank you to all the subscribers, new and old. Next up is definitely 100k Titan. Sammy says, just go for SMS. Talk about Sandro, says Aquasi. So some of you guys have mentioned Sandro, and there has been links with Sandro in the press recently. Now let me pull up. He's been left out of the Brazil squad, which could mean a move could be done quicker, because obviously we haven't got to worry about him going to the World Cup. Now he's at Juventus at the moment, is Alex Sandro. Let me just bring down this story, because I haven't done any research on this news story, to be totally honest with you. So it's all from this. Now I found the Daily Mail article, which I say Manchester United are stepping up their chase for Alex Sandro. It's based on the Times report, and it claims senior Juventus figures expect the transfer to be finalised soon. Deal could cost the same as United City paid for Mendy. How much? Why are they speaking to me in fucking riddles, man? What the fuck's wrong with these lot? This is why I hate transfer season. Why are you speaking to me in riddles? The deal will cost the same amount as the Benjamin Mendy deal. Now I have to go and check how much Benjamin Mendy cost fucking Man City. Do I care about that? No, I don't. So, let me find the Times article. Here we go. According to the Times, yep. Sandro has urged Juventus chiefs to accept the deal, which could cost as much as £52 million City paid to bring in Benjamin Mendy from Monaco. What is it? Why are they using that as a rate? Load of bullshit. But yeah, he's been linked with Manchester United. Now, Alex Sandro, what do you guys think? Do you want Alex Sandro at Manchester United? Let me bring his stats up right about now. Bear with me while I do that. Get your comments. Keep them comments coming in. Alex Sandro's stats is here. So he's 27 years old. He's obviously Brazilian, as I said. If you want to know, he's 66 kilograms and is 181 centimeters tall. He's played in 25 of the 37 Serie A matches this season, and he's played in 10 out of 10 of the Champions League games for them. So he's very vital to them. The reason he's missed a lot of Serie A games is because he's been playing for them every single week, midweek in the Champions League. He wins 53.85% of his tackles, 86% pass accuracy. He loves his aerial duels. He wins 62% of those. 57% of his total duels are won as well. And he's an attacking left back who likes to get forward, can also defend as well. What do you guys think of Alex Sandro? Get your comments in the comments below. Make sure you keep those flying in right now. We're going to end this speaking of Alex Sandro. Alex Sandro is not worth half that amount of money, says D. Villa. Alex Sandro is class, says Kerry. He's a good player, says Kanish. So we've already got conflicting thoughts on this, linking us with Alex Sandro, the 27-year-old Brazilian left back from Juventus, linked with a £52 million move to Manchester United by the Times, who occasionally do get things right, to be fair to them. There has been a lot of talk linking us with left backs as well. Jose Mourinho spoke about his desire of spending big bucks on a fullback recently. And yeah, he's got 4 goals in 38 appearances, 6 assists. So he's been contributing to 10 goals in 38 games for Juventus this season, which is a decent record for a fullback. Do you want him? Do you want him? He is a complete baller, says Philip Coward. I rate Sandro and he'd help the attack, says Alan. 27 is too expensive. Still got his best years ahead of him. Better than Young and Shaw put together, says Alex Thompson. Sandro is second best in the world, says Akshay. Who do you think's first best in the world? Who do you think's first best? Let me know in the comments below. Mo Wada said he'd prefer Shaw. So that's what your guys' thoughts are on that rumour. 52 is a bargain for Sandro, says Lalu Pato. And we also need a right back, says Kanish Godot. As I said earlier, I'm fingers crossed and I'm hoping that Timothy Fosu-Mensah can come in and help out in that area of the pitch. Brazil's third choice for 50 million, says Adam. I think he thinks you're having a laugh. Marcelo all day, says Mamps. Very good shout. How could I forget about Marcelo? He's like the final evolution of the Silva twins. Imagine Fabio and Rafael were Pokemon. You get a Fabio, a Rafael, and then a Marcelo. That's what we should have been. We should have kept Rafael at this fucking club. Louis van Gaal, man. Why did you do that to us? Why did you let go Rafael? And on that sad note, guys, I am going to say thank you very much for watching this first of the summer 2018 MUFC Transfer Talk. We have spoke about Toby, Alderweireld, Fred, and of course Alexandro as well. And this video has been sponsored by the One Football app. It's free on your Android and your Apple. It's got all the football news, stats and rumours, and of course your live score updates too. Get hitting that like button, sharing and subscribing. Download the app following the link below. And for now, guys, I have been Adam McKola. You guys have been absolute legends, and I'm out of here.